Hello and welcome to this first tutorial video on how to make a button jointed ragdoll. I've cut out the two side pieces for the body, the two back pieces, the two front pieces for the body. These are the four pieces that make the upper leg, the two bottom of the foot, the four pieces for the bottom of the leg, the two pieces that are the gusset, they go in the bottom of the leg, four ear pieces, a back of the neck and a front of the neck. This is the gusset that fits in the top of the neck, and another one goes in the bottom of this head piece. These are the two back of the head pieces, and very importantly the nose. These are the four pieces that make the upper arm, and these are the two pieces that are the gussets that go in the lower arm, four pieces of lower arm. We'll start with the upper arm. So I've got four pieces. I need these two to start off with, and they have these areas that show you where we're going to leave them open, and we're going to place them wrong sides out, not that you can really tell on calico fabric like this, and there are notches marked on all of your pattern pieces for this doll pretty much. And we'll start off by pinning this together. Now it's really important for this doll that we line up our notches accurately, because there's a tendency on a more complicated doll like this, particularly when you're adding something like the side of the body, for it to twist. So start off by practicing on a part like this. Make sure your notches are lined up as perfectly as you can get them. I'm going to make this one look like a hedgehog with too many pins as usual. I'm going to go either side of this extra bit. The idea of this is to make it even clearer where you're lining up. That's another little addition, and it also, I think, maybe makes it easier to ladder stitch when you have an extra bit of fabric to tuck in. Just makes it a little simpler. We can always improve on our patterns, can't we? So that's pinned all the way around, and we're going to sew from here all the way around the outside our 5mm seam allowance and leave that section open. Now let's have a look at the bottom of the arms. Those are the gussets. We need one gusset and two of the lower arm pieces. With the right sides out, we're going to line up these notches with the notches on the lower arm. So it's right sides out on the gusset and right sides out on the lower arm, and start off by pinning that center point on either side of the gusset. That's so important. That's going to form the bottom of the V that the upper arm is going to sit in, and then line up the other notches. Now on your instructions it'll show you doing each section here independently, so you'll first sew around this curve of the lower arm, and then you're going to sew the other one. I'm just going to pin it all together because I actually find that having the pins there helps me keep everything in place. Now I'm going to lift this up and tight up against those pins, and I'm going to place the other lower arm against the other side of that gusset. So there's the other side of the gusset sitting on top of the upper section, and right where those pins are there at that join, I'm going to add another pin, making sure it's perfectly lined up. You're going to get sick of hearing me say line it up. So very close to that pin there to keep it in place, and the same on this side. This is not a doll to make with a glass of wine by your side, I'm warning you now. You need to be completely focused on this one. And line up there. And on that one there. And once you've got that gusset in place, we can line up the rest of the arm. So I'm pinning definite points like that V between the thumb and the other section of the hand, the curve here, and around the thumb, and then the bottom of that section. I just pricked myself in the thumb there. Not a good colour to bleed onto. And then around the bottom of the hand. And I'll sew this all in one go. Do it in sections if you find it easier. And we're going to sew down around the bottom of the hand, around the thumb, up to the join there. I'm going to snip this here so that it folds out easily. And then we're going to sew that little section up there. And then we're going to sew all the way around that curve, keeping it tight to the join, and then all the way around that curve there, and it'll give us this V shape at the top. And we leave this bit for filling. That concludes our tutorial video. I hope it's been helpful. If it has, please subscribe. We'd love your feedback and a like. There are more videos coming soon.